Russian President Vladimir Putin announced a partial mobilization order on the 21st to supplement soldiers to be sent to Ukrainian battlefield. As a result, forced mobilization orders were enforced in various parts of Russia, and there were protests against the mobilization orders. Today, let's find out what mobilization order is. What is a mobilization order? Mobilization order is an order issued to mobilize troops or supplies in the event of an emergency, such as when a war occurs in a country. Mobilization here means that the state is forced to use various human and material resources within the country. Depending on the scope of human and material resources being mobilized, if only some reserves and supplies are mobilized, it is called a partial mobilization. And if most of the national capabilities are mobilized, it is called a total mobilization. To accurately understand the mobilization order, you need to know the difference between peacetime structure and wartime structure. Wartime structure, also known as wartime conditions, is where the state enters a state of war, and all social institutions and organizations are set up to be suitable for war. On the other hand, the peacetime structure is the way the country normally operates. Normally, reserve forces live as ordinary citizens, but when the wartime structure is established, all reserve forces are called up and are joined to the army. In addition, according to civil defense law, civil defense teams are called to a local government administration and welfare centers. Korea's mobilization order. Mobilization order is a powerful order that shows that the state is in an urgent situation, and it can force people into the military or force the state to acquire and use people's property. So, most of the contents related to mobilization order are stipulated by the law. The most representative law is regarding the Military Service Act, which stipulates the recruitment of the military force mobilization. Personnel mobilization is one type of mobilization that forces people into the military in a wartime system. If the personnel mobilization order is declared, the state can mobilize reserve forces or supplementary personnel who have completed military education. If a total mobilization order is issued, not only reserve forces and reservist duty, but even those who have not yet entered the military or middle-aged men who has completed their service in reserve can be mobilized for conscription. Despite this mobilization order, if you flee abroad or hide somewhere we don't comply with the mobilization order properly, you can face up to a year in prison, a fine of up to 10 million won, or criminal punishment for detention. In fact, in Russia, Russian people who have tried to escape without complying with the mobilization order were imprisoned and punished. Since South Korea is in a state of truce, where the war has not officially ended completely, we are still conducting practice training to ensure that mobilization order is carried out efficiently in wartime situations. This is called as Mobilization Reserve Force Training. In Mobilization Reserve Force Training, those who can be mobilized according to the Military Service Act are mobilized for 2 nights and 3 days in the actual military camp.